I believe I tried rocking with your favorite friendly for entertainment. Stickity stickity motivator. With the vibes that are greater. So this ennyarodasi. And things and stuff and such. As we meditate, as we teach you meditation, we practice meditation. Happy day, happy day. Sometimes within circumstance, that's the way to be. Depends who you are. Beautiful thing about different perspective is 9 times out of 10 you'll probably be wrong about how you view things, how you interpret. And the beautiful thing of the whole fat shaming community. No harm comes to the ungodly. In this way, you may know the truth, and we may take accurate report to those who sent you. Don't rob the poor just because you can. Or exploit the needy in court. For the Lord is your defender, and for the Lord is their defender, and He will ruin anyone who ruins them. Proverbs 22, verse 21 through 23. Chapter 22, Proverbs chapter 22, verse 24 reads, "Don't befriend angry people or associate with hot-tempered people. You will learn to be like them and endanger your soul." Don't agree to guarantee another person's death or put up security to someone else, or put up security for someone else if you can't pay it. Even your bed will be snatched from under you. Don't cheat your neighbor by moving the ancient boundary markers set up by previous generations. Don't you see any truly competent workers? They will serve kings rather than working for ordinary people. While dining with a ruler, pay attention to what is put before you. If you are a big eater, put a knife to the throat. Put a knife to your throat. Don't desire all the delicacies, for he might be trying to trick you. Don't wear yourself out to get rich. Be wise enough to know when to quit. In the blink of an eye, wealth disappears, for it sprouts wings and flies away like an eagle. Don't eat with people who are stingy. Don't desire their delicacies. They are always thinking about how much it costs to eat and drink. They say, but they don't mean it. You will throw up what little you've eaten, and your compartments will be washed as theirs are wasted. Do not waste your breath on fools, for they will despise the wisest advice. And I don't mention ennyarodasi. Does not mention much of her past. I am 33. I am originally from New York. I am currently a resident of the South, the Southeast, and Isadora backwards is ennyarodasi. And Barbara backwards is Arabrab. Anywho's. So, for those that plot against, for those that plot death, they, are not wicked in their ways. They are not wicked in their thinkings of processed emotion through the perspective of individualism becomes character. Character then becomes game. Game then becomes reliant on certain character within drawing the recognized boundaries of separation of church and state within character trait, character stance, character belief. Things and stuff and such. So, mentioning and drawing song proverbs, recognizing a good reputation over great riches, recognizing being held in high esteem is better than silver or gold. The rich and poor have made this in common. The Lord made them both. A prudent person foresees danger and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences. True humility and fear of the Lord lead to riches, honor, and long life. Corrupt people walk a thorny, treacherous road. Whoever values life will avoid it. The direct your children into the right path, and when they're older, they will not leave it. Just as the rich rule the poor, so the borrowers is servant to the lender. Those who plant injustice will harvest disaster, and their reign of terror will come to a beginning and certain ends. Blessed are those who are generous, because they feed the poor. The mocker throws out those who are fighting, because they go too. The Lord preserves those with knowledge, and He ruins the plans of the treacherous. The lazy person claims, "There's a lion out there. If I go out, I may be killed." The mouth of an immoral woman is a dangerous trap. Those who make the Lord angry will fall into it. A youngster's heart is filled with the foolishness, and discipline will drive it far. A person who gets ahead by oppressing the poor, or by showering gifts on the rich, will end in poverty. Sayings of the wise: listen to the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my instruction. For it is good to keep these sayings in your heart, and ready on your lips. I am teaching you today, yes to you, so you will trust in the Lord. I have written 30 sayings for you, filled with advice and knowledge, to read in this way. You'll know the truth and make an accurate report to those who send you, and I will take an accurate report of those who send you. So don't rob the poor just because the man, don't rob the poor just because you can, would be my advice for myself. For the Lord is their defender, and He will ruin anyone who ruins them. So don't befriend angry people. Or exploit the needy and poor. For the Lord is their defender. You will learn to be like them. And I'll ruin anyone who ruins them. Ennyarodasi will ruin those who ruin. You'll learn to be like them, and you'll endanger your soul. Don't cheat your neighbor by moving the ancient boundary markers set up by previous generations. Do you see any truly competent workers? They will serve kings rather than working for ordinary people. While dining with a ruler, pay attention to what is put before you. A especially if you are a big eater. They will put a knife to your throat. Don't desire all the delicacies. And don't wear yourself out trying to get rich. Be wise enough to know when to quit. Because in the blink of an eye, all wealth disappears. And the Lord preserves those with knowledge. He quarrels and insults those that want you to disappear. He stands with the mocker and throws out those fighting they go to. As the quarrels and insults make them disappear. Whoever loves a pure heart and gracious speech will have the king as a friend. The Lord preserves those with knowledge. He recognizes and ruins the plans of the treacherous. Within the moments, measuring time for lazy people and the lazy persons that claim there's a lion out there. If I go outside, I might be killed. The mouth of an immoral woman is a dangerous trap. Those who make the Lord angry will fall into it. A person who gets ahead by oppressing the poor, or by showering the gifts upon the rich, will end in poverty. It is good to keep these sayings in your heart, for if you listen to the words of the wise and apply it to your heart, my instruction, I am teaching you today. Yes, you. And I've written 30 sayings for you, filled with advice and knowledge. Don't envy evil people or desire their company. For their hearts plot violence, and their words always stir up trouble. A house is built by wisdom and becomes strong through good sense. Through knowledge, its rooms are filled with all sorts of precious riches and valuables. The wise are mightier than the strong, and those with knowledge grow stronger and stronger. So don't go to war without wise guidance, because victory depends on having many advisors. Wisdom is too lofty for fools. Among leaders at the city gate, they have nothing to say. A person who plans evil will get a reputation of a troublemaker. The schemes of a fool are sinful, and everyone detests a mocker. So if you fail under pressure, your strength is too small. Rescue those who are unjustly sentenced to die, and save them as they stagger to their deaths. Don't excuse yourselves by saying, Look, we didn't know, for God understands all hearts, and He sees you. He who guards your soul knows you. He who guards your soul knows you now. He will repay all people as their actions deserve. My child, eat honey, for it is good, and the honeycomb is sweet to the taste. In the same way, wisdom is sweet to your soul. If you find it, you will have a bright future, and your hopes will not be cut too short. And your hopes will not be cut short. Don't wait in ambush at the home of the godly, and don't raid the house where the godly live. The godly may trip 7 times, but they will get up again. One disaster is enough to overthrow the wicked. Don't rejoice when your enemies fall. Don't be happy when they stumble, for the Lord will be displeased with you and will turn His anger from them. Don't fret because of evildoers. Don't envy the wicked, for evil people have no future. The light of the wicked will be snuffed out. My child, fear the Lord and the King. Don't associate with rebels, for disaster hit them suddenly. Who knows what punishment will come from the Lord and the King? More sayings of the wise. Here are some further sayings of the wise. It is wrong to show favoritism when passing judgment. A judge who says to the wicked, "You are innocent," will not be cursed, though will curse many, and denounce the nations. They will go forth for those who convict the guilty. They will not go forth. Those who convict the guilty shall be rich in blessings and will be showered on them. An honest answer is like a kiss of friendship. Do your planning and prepare your fields before building your house. Don't testify your neighbors without cause. Don't lie about them. And don't say, "Now I can pay them back for what they've done to me. I'll get even with them." I walked by the field of a lazy person, the vineyard of one with no common sense. I saw it was overgrown with nettles. It was covered with weeds, and its walls broke them all down. They learned their lesson. A little extra sleep, a little more slumber, and poverty pounds them as a band. Scarcity attacked them as an armed robber. There are more proverbs of Solomon. It is God's privilege to conceal things, and the king's privilege to discover them. No one can comprehend the heights of heaven, the depth of earth, or all that goes in the king's mind. As all impurities are removed from the silver and from sterling, they'll be ready for the silversmith. Remove remove the wicked from the king's court, and his reign will be made secure by justice. So don't demand an audience with the king, or push a place among the great. It is better to wait for an invitation to the head of the table. To the head table. To the head table, then to be sent away in public disgrace. Just because you've seen something. Don't be in a hurry to go to court. For what will you do in the end? If your neighbor deals you a shameful defeat? Timely advice is lovely. Like golden apples in a silver basket, to the ones who listen, without criticism is like a pure gold or other gold jewelry. Trustworthy messengers refresh like snow in summer. They revive the spirit of their employer. A person who promises a gift and doesn't give it is like clouds and wind that bring no rain. Patience can persuade a prince, and soft speech can break bones. Do you like honey? Don't eat too much or it will make you sick. Don't visit your neighbor too often, or you will wear out your welcome. Telling lies about others is as harmful as hitting them with an axe, wounding them with a sword, or shooting them with a sharp arrow. Putting confidence in an unreliable person in times of trouble is like chewing with a broken tooth, or walking on a lame foot. Singing cheerful songs to a person with a heavy heart is like talking to someone cold in cold weather. Or pouring vinegar in a wound. If your enemies are hungry, give them food to eat. If they are thirsty, give them water to drink. You will heap burning coals of shame on their heads. They will heap burning coals of shame on their heads, and the Lord will reward you. As surely as the north wind brings rain, so a gossiping tongue causes anger. It is better to live alone in the corner of an attic than with a quarrelsome wife in a lovely home. Good news from far away is like cold water to the thirsty. If the godly give in to the wicked, it's like polluting a fountain or muddying a spring. It's not good to eat too much honey. And it's not good to seek honors for yourself. A person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls. Honor is no more associated with fools than snow with summer or rain with harvest. Like a fluttering sparrow or a darting swallow, an undeserved curse will not land on its intended victim. A guide a horse with a whip, a donkey with a bridle, and a fool with a rod to his back. Don't answer the foolish arguments of fools, or you will become as foolish as they are. Be sure to answer the foolish arguments of fools, or they will become wise in their own estimation. Trusting a fool to convey a message is like cutting off one's feet or drinking poison. A proverb in the mouth of a fool is as useless as a paralyzed leg. Honoring a fool is as selfish as tying a stone to a slingshot. A proverb in the mouth of a fool is like a thorny branch brain-dished by a drunk. An employer who hires a fool or a bystander is like an archer who shoots at random. As a dog returns to its vomit, so a foolish repeats his foolishness. There is more hope for fools than for people who think they are wise. The lazy person claims, "There's a lion in the road." Yes, I'm sure there's a lion out there, as a door swings back and forth on its hinges. So the lazy person turns over in bed. Lazy people take food in their hand, but don't even lift it to their mouth. Lazy people consider themselves smarter than the wise, smarter than 7 wise counselors. Interfering in someone else's argument is as foolish as yanking a dog's ear, just as damaging as a madman shooting a deadly weapon is someone who lies to a friend and then says, "I was only joking." Fire goes out without wood, and quarrels disappear when gossip stops. A quarrelsome person starts fights as easily as a hot embers light charcoal or fire lights wood. Rumors are dainty morsels that stink deep into one's heart. Smooth words may hide a wicked heart, just as a pretty glaze covers a clay pot. Because people may cover their hatred with pleasant words, but they're deceiving you. They pretend to be kind, but don't believe them. Their hearts are full of many evils, while their hatred may be concealed by trickery. Their wrongdoing will be exposed in public. If you set a trap for others, you will get caught in it yourself. If you roll a boulder down on others, it will crush you instead. A lying tongue hates its victims, and flattering words cause ruin. Don't brag about tomorrow, since you don't know what the day will bring. Let someone else praise you, not your own mouth. A stranger, not your own lips. A stone is heavy and sand is weighty, but the resentment caused by a fool is even heavier. Anger is cruel, and wrath is like a flood, but jealousy is even more dangerous. An open rebuke is better than hidden love. Wounds from a sincere friend are better than many kisses from an enemy. A person who is full refuses honey. But even bitter food tastes sweet to the hungry. A person who strays from home is like a bird that strays from its nest. The heartfelt counsel of a friend is as sweet as perfume and incense. Never abandon a friend, either yours or your father's. When disaster strikes, you won't have to ask your brothers for assistance. It's better to go to a neighbor than to a brother who lives far away. Be wise, my child, and make my heart glad. Then I will be able to answer my critics. A prudent person foresees danger and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly and suffers the consequences. And get security from those who guarantee a stranger's death. Get a deposit if he does it for foreigners. A loud and cheerful greeting early in the morning will be taken as a curse. A quarrelsome wife is as annoying as a constant dripping of a rainy day. Stopping her complaints is like trying to stop the wind, or trying to hold something with greased hands. As iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. A worker who tends a fig tree are allowed to eat the fruit. So workers who protect their employers' interests will be rewarded. As a face is reflected in water, so the heart reflects the real person. Just as death and destruction are never satisfied, so human desire is never satisfied. Fire tests the purity of silver and gold, but a person is tested by being praised. You cannot separate fools from their foolishness, even when you grind them like grain with mortar and pestles. Know the state of your flocks, in your heart into caring for your herds. For riches don't last forever, and the crown might not be passed to the next generation. After the hay is harvested and the new crop appears, the mountain grasses are gathered. Your sheep will provide wool for clothing, and your goats will provide the price of a field. And you will have enough goats' milk for yourself, your family, and your servant girls. The wicked run away when no one is chasing them. The godly are as bold as lions. When there is a moral rot within a nation, its government topples easily. Wise and knowledgeable leaders bring stability. A poor person who oppresses the poor is like a pounding rain that destroys the crops. To reject the law is to praise the wicked. To obey the law is to fight them. Evil people don't understand justice. Those who follow the Lord understand completely. Better to be poor and honest than dishonest and rich. Young people who obey the law are wise. Those with wild friends bring shame to their parents. Income from charging high interest rates will end up in the pocket of someone who is kind to the poor. God detests the prayers of a person who ignores the law. Those who put people along an evil path will fall in their own traps, and the honest will inherit good things. People may think they're wise, and a person with discernment can see right through them. When godly succeed, everyone is glad. When the wicked take charge, people go into hiding. People who conceal their sins will not prosper. But if they confess and turn from them, they will receive mercy. Blessed are those who fear to do wrong, but the stubborn are headed for serious trouble. A wicked ruler is as dangerous to the poor as a roaring lion or an attacking bear. A ruler with no understanding will oppress his people. No one who hates corruption will have a long life. A murderer's tormented conscience will drive him into the grave. Don't protect him. The blameless will be rescued from harm. The crooked will be suddenly destroyed. A hard worker has plenty of food, but a person who chases fantasies ends up in poverty. The trustworthy will get rich. The trustworthy person will get a rich reward. But a person who wants quick riches will get in trouble. Showing partiality is never good. Yet some will do wrong for a mere piece of bread. Greedy people try to get rich. Greedy people try to get rich quick, but don't realize they're headed for poverty. In the end, people appreciate honest criticism far more than flattery. Anyone who steals from his father and mother and says what's wrongful with that is no better than a murderer. Greed causes fighting. Trusting the Lord leads to prosperity. Those who trust their own insight are foolish. Anyone who walks in wisdom is safe. Whoever gives to the poor will lack nothing. But those who close their eyes to poverty will be cursed. When the wicked take charge, people go into hiding. When the wicked meet disaster, the godly flourish. Whoever stubbornly refuses to accept criticism will suddenly be destroyed beyond recovery. Stated. That was literally a whole episode. Should we restart? I was thinking that maybe we can study certain similarities within the translation of Scripture in these times where we have had the blessing, the eternal infinite blessing of being witness to 2 natural eclipses, within recognizing that eclipses do not happen every lifetime, every generation, and highlighting certain specialties within certain generations brings our awareness to the interpretation from the divine, the interpretation recognizing non-divine patterns of thought that would, within the essence of certain certainties, be, to refute. Refute could, is to prove a statement or a theory to be wrong or to disapprove. So for me to disapprove, for me to refute within, would be, it would be similar to me rebuttaling, within the essence of your statements, within the essence of your stance, especially, even if it was not within your spiritual debt to, be essentially blessed by me. Stickity stickity. Neither here nor there. Recognizing, neither, always here, neither forever here, neither forever around, forever present, forever working, forever busy, and forever judgmental. So how about you carry on, whenever you want to somehow claim your wayward through, recognizing, are there different shades of entitlement, that I could, hire for a job? And recognize good, feel good about it, because that, I'm sure, is being measured. Oh no, don't make yourself feel worse, at the snap of I think I freaking, I think I was picking up is that a signal? Don't sit here and talk about wire rack if you don't fucking, if I don't have the technology to completely shut you the fuck down. What do you mean shut you down? Make your fucking technology obsolete. Yay! We're freaking doing things in the stuff and such in the world, because there's things and stuff and such in the world. How the fuck you gonna regulate, nigga, if you ain't gonna, I am not included in this Hidden City gameplay. What do you think I'm over here making games? Making games for the bitches? Am I making games for the... Fuck yeah, I'm making games for the bitches. What the fuck you think? Alright, you stay on your side of entitlement and fucking, not sit over here fucking just a few years ago, nigga, you was within the 13% of humans in the world measured on, measured by, proxy of land mass. And that not being an actual truth for, the actual world, neither here nor there. I wouldn't mention because, I don't need to recognize whether I divisionalize my senses of entitlement. What, you don't divisualize your senses of entitlement? Okay, no, you're the weird ones. Don't sit over here and freaking, oh, yeah, no, I'm not weird, I'm deadly, Deadly protected from my own bullshit. Thank you very much. Stick at that. Ignored. Yeah, no, I was speaking. How dare you ask the Lord to ignore thyself? Would that mean, that, I sleep, today you're gonna sleep in, you're gonna ignore yourself because you're not, you're not 100% self-aware. Maybe you're freaking so 100% self-aware that you over here calling out other people's lies. Oh, can we share lies? Yeah, we're gonna freaking lie to bitches, We gonna lie to bitches, we gonna lie to people, we gonna we're going to, I recognize that, things and stuff. I recognize, there's very... Stickity. Oh, yes, study this. Oh, you try to call me gay? I was literally, alright, so, the freaking, the maintenance people today, they were maintenance people the heck you hire maintenance people to maintenance people, to maintenance people. Oh my gosh, you will hear this kind of, not here, any of those. Within The here all day. The freaking least. You think my freaking driveway, or my driveway, my parking area, would be clear of, brush and debris? I had to physically clean the sidewalks. I had because if you're walking around with a freaking leaf blower, the fucking least you could do is clear the fucking pathways of the properties, the houses on the property. That's part of your fucking job. Maintenance, is partially garden work. You have to make sure that my lawn and my parking area, my lawn, my backyard, my side yard. You have to make sure my stuff is my stuff is on fleek. So not only did they completely do they did their job within I don't recognize good work. I wouldn't measure good work if I've not owned a property for over 10 years. I don't know what you mean senses of entitlement. Get off my lawn, motherfucker, type stuff and things. Why don't you? And any hoodles. Quick little, giggle to ourselves, because within chat troll reaction response, I wonder what that person watches on TV. That is my heal myself energy motivational. I want to know what that person watches on TV. I want to know what that person reads. I want to know if that person types. And if they don't, I want to understand who, what, when, where, why composite of that Hidden City gameplay. What greases my capabilities? Rapunzel! Give them more hair! I did not know that was a word in the English language vocabulary. Oh, is it a white thing? What, did you know that white people have hair? I wouldn't throw a wig on you and tell you to lie to, your community, empower your community, oh, put your life, it's trying to communicate. Sorry. My humor, if I would not rely on the world to translate my most epic of, art, let alone, most epic of weaponry systems, within your keratin, hemp. What the heck you smoking? It must be hemp because, I hear that the male plant has CBD, and I was hoping, maybe if I hinted towards, if I hinted within the community, please, inspire me. Create more reason for me to have energy, you little shits. Oh, you want me to hear myself? Be more dramatastic. This is excellent TV. Oh, sorry, I was, that batch of generation. I thought I was, it was written that they was gonna be entitled, and then 1991 came around and it changed everything for everyone. for everyone. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm identifying as a brownie today. Get the fuck away from me. Fuck are you? 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 Let us be stiggity. Tell them to stay the fuck away from me. I have enjoying to enjoy. What do you mean? Do you not think that it must be a fact within the English language? Enjoy. That is fantastic. It is not really fantastic. It is going to be fantastic for the interpolators. For the interpolators. I'm just kidding. I was going to entitle. Oh, you have more reason to be entitled? No, I have more reason to halfway be racist because you guys don't know what is that? I would make you wear blackface, you bitches. How dare I talk to your brown overlords that way? What do you mean brown overlords? It was written in the Bible that, we weren't going to experiment with your generation. How? I like the way you move. Thinking stuff. You be interpreting things. Things in deficit. Only on certain days. Only within the existence of certain days. I want to create more days for you to fucking, try to fucking, to be entitled. I was not, this is not a competition for me, so, I will, sit here and read as you fight. Go fight, go fight yourself. That was not, a saying, written in the codes of the Emerald Tablets. How about you fight yourself? 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare it someone. You ever play the card game? You ever play? You ever play the card game? Bold figure. Bold figure. Oh, so within, adding, nobodies, I was thinking that I should, make an episode where we make a Tinder profile, and, you think I'm too big for Tinder? I think I'm too big for Tinder, to be honest. Though I enjoy to, I will joke around as though I'm, I will joke around as though I am I will harness the mindset of the character in which grinds my gears. Wait as I, embrace the character. Only on Tuesdays, ma'am. Only on Tuesdays. Right, I move the way you move. Do do do. I move the way you move. Do do do. I love the way. Hey, in the come on, it's alright. Ooh, Hindi. We should read Bible, scripture. Perfection. Perfection! Shiitake mushrooms! Ennyarodasi is like, I think I need more, maybe I'll have more coffee. Have more coffee. Maybe, should we make this into 2 episodes? You know? Stiggity, stiggity. Vai try it. Be sure to stay tuned. Ennyarodasi shall be